Jnanat labde sarvam. A very good morning, students. Today we will be starting up with a new topic, that is remainder theorem. So remainder theorem states that if we are having a polynomial px such that the polynomial px should be having a degree greater than 1 or it can be equal to 1. So I have written the same thing, that if px is a polynomial of degree n such that n is greater than or equal to 1, the condition is that the polynomial which we are choosing should be either a polynomial of degree 1, that is it should be a either linear polynomial, or the degree of the polynomial should be more than 1, that means linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, or any other polynomial. But it cannot be a constant polynomial or it cannot be a zero polynomial. I hope that is clear now. Okay, I have already told you in my previous lectures about the constant and zero polynomials. And a, small a, is any real number. Small a is a constant which is any real number. Px is a polynomial of degree more than or equal to 1 and a is any real number. Then according to the remainder theorem, if the polynomial px is divided by linear polynomial gx, so I have taken the value of linear polynomial gx as x minus a, means we can directly say that if polynomial px is divided by x minus a, where a is any constant or a is any real number, then the remainder of the given polynomial is equal to pa. That is, the remainder of the given polynomial will be equal to the polynomial px at x equals to a. Once again I am explaining that according to the remainder theorem, if a polynomial px of degree 1 or more than 1 is divided by x minus a, then the remainder is equal to the pa, that is the value of the polynomial px at x equals to a. Let us understand with the help of example, then it will be more clear to you. Okay. So I have taken an example here. We have taken a polynomial px 3x power 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1. So what is the degree of the polynomial here? The highest power of the variable x is 4 here. So the degree of polynomial is greater than 1. So the first condition is satisfied. We have taken a polynomial px with degree more than 1. So first condition satisfied. Second condition is that is this polynomial is divided by another polynomial gx, that will be x minus a. So x minus a, here I have taken x minus 1. So the value of a, what will be the value of a here? So you can clearly see here that the gx I have told you is equal to x minus a. So x minus a can be compared as x minus 1. So the value of a is what? X and x will cancel out, minus a will be equal to minus 1, that means a equals to 1. So the value of a is equal to 1, that means a is what? It is a real number. So second condition is also satisfied. The condition is that the polynomial px should be a polynomial of degree 1 or more than 1, it is satisfied, and it is divided by x minus a, where a should be a real number. Here in this case the value of a is 1, which is a real number. Now we can apply the remainder theorem. By remainder theorem we know that remainder theorem states that according to the remainder theorem we say that if the given polynomial px is divided by this polynomial, that is gx, then the remainder will be equal to pa, that is polynomial px at x equals to a. So let us check whether it is so that means here the polynomial px, what is the polynomial px here? The polynomial px here is 3x power 4 minus of 4x cube minus 3x minus of 1. And if we are dividing it by x minus a, that is here x minus 1, then the remainder is equal to PA, that is P times of 1. Here, since the value of A equals to 1, that is P1. So we can calculate the value of P1 over here. So P1 will be, since the polynomial Px is this, so 3x power 4 will become 3 times of 1 power 4 minus of 4 times of 1 cube minus of 3 times of 1 minus of 1. So 1 power 4 is 1, 1 times of 3 will be 3, minus of 1 cube is 1, times of 4 will be minus of 4, minus 3 into 1 will be minus 3, and this will be minus 1. So minus 4 minus 3 minus 1 will be minus 8, minus 8 plus 3, that is the value of P1 is equal to what? 3 minus 8, and 3 minus 8, that is equal to minus of 5. So we have got the remainder of the given polynomial equals to minus 5. This is what the remainder theorem states. Now let us check whether this remainder theorem is correct or not. Means let us verify. How we can verify, or how we can check whether it is correct or not? We can, as you have in your junior classes, you must have studied about the long division. So we can perform the long division to check whether the given polynomial is giving the remainder equals to minus 5 or it is not giving. So we will take the polynomial, the Px, as the dividend. So we have written 3x power 4 minus of 4x cube minus of 3x minus of 1, and we are dividing it by the divisor, that is x minus a, x minus 1. So now how we'll proceed? You will see the first step. For those of you who have not who are having problem in their junior classes for division, I am explaining this method also, how you will divide the given polynomial by a linear polynomial. So 3x, we will see the first term of a given polynomial, dividend polynomial. So the first term of the dividend is 3x power 4. So we have written 3x power 4 here, and this 3x power 4 is divided by the first term of the divisor. Divisor is x. So 3x power 4 divided by x will be what? 3x power 4 minus 1, that is 3x cube. I hope everybody it is clear. So we can write this, we will get the first term of the quotient. So quotient we get first term as 3x cube. 3x cube is the first term of the quotient. Now this 3x cube, when multiplied by the divisor x minus 1, we will get what? We will get 3x cube into x will be 3x power 4, then 3x cube minus of 1 minus 3x cube. So I am writing here, multiplying 3x cube by x minus 1, so 3x cube into x will be 3x power 4, 3x cube into 1 will be minus of 3x cube. So this will be written here. Okay, 3x power 4 minus of 3x cube. So you have to keep in mind one thing, the x power 4 terms will be written below it and x cube will be written below x cube. Okay, now we will do the change of sign. Since we have to subtract here, so since it is a plus 3x power 4, it will become minus, and this is a minus 3x cube, it will become plus. So this will be cancelled out. The first term will be cancelled out. Plus 3x power 4 minus 3x power 4 will cancel out. Okay. So what we will get? We will get minus of 4x cube plus of 3x cube. We will get the value as minus 4 plus 3, that will be minus of x cube. Minus of x cube, and this will be, we will copy down this, that is minus 3x minus of 1. Again same process we will repeat. We will be minus x cube, that is the first term of this what we will be getting after first step, this will be divided by the first term of the divisor, minus of x cube upon x, that we will get minus of x square, and now this minus of x square will be multiplied again by the divisor, that is x minus 1. So we will get what? Minus of x square into x, we will be getting minus of x cube, and minus plus minus into minus will be plus, x square into 1 will be plus of x square. So we can write here, first we will be writing the second term, that is minus x square, second term of the quotient, and here we are getting minus of x cube plus of x square. Since we are having minus 3x here and this is we are having minus 1, so we cannot write minus x square below minus 3x, as well as we can also not write below minus 1. So we will be writing this plus of x square here. Again we will do the change of sign will take place, and we get plus here and minus here. So we can just solve this. So this minus x cube plus x cube will cancel out. Okay, this will be cancelled, like this here and this here will cancel out, and we get minus 3x minus 1 minus of x square, but we prefer it to write it in the standard form. So I am writing as minus of x square minus of 3x minus of 1. I have written minus x square over here. Again minus of x square divided by plus of x. Now we get minus x as the third term of the quotient. So minus x multiplied by x will be minus of x square, and minus x multiplied by minus 1 will be plus of x. Okay, again this will be, there will be a change of sign, minus become plus, plus become minus. So what we will be getting, this will be cancelled, and here minus of 3 minus of 1, that will be minus of 4x, minus of 1. Okay, minus of 4x minus of 1, again this minus of 4x 1 divided by the first term, that is x, we will be getting what? Minus 4. So here this will be the last minus 4. So minus 4 multiplied by x will be minus of 4x, and minus 4 multiplied by minus 1 will be plus of 5. So plus of 4, not plus of 5, this will be plus of 4. So again this will be, there will be a change of sign will take place. So minus of 4x become plus of 4x, and this plus of 4 becomes minus of 4. So this will cancel out, minus 4x plus 4x cancel out, and here minus of 1 and minus of 4, we get the remainder as minus of 5. So this is the same remainder as we are getting in the above case. So hence we have verified here, by remainder theorem we have calculated the remainder as minus 5, and we have performed the long division also to check. So after performing long division also we are getting the remainder as minus 5. So in this way that is the remainder theorem is verified. Okay, that means the remainder is minus 5 only. Is that clear? So that means remainder theorem is a very good method. We don't have to perform the long division for finding out the remainder of any polynomial. We just have to find the value of PA, and the value of PA will be equal to the remainder. Is that clear? There is one more way to verify this remainder theorem. So that also I will be telling you. As you have studied in your junior classes about the division algorithm. Division algorithm is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Remember that. So if we take the same problem from the same question, this same question we are taking, dividend will be what? Dividend will be the polynomial px, that is 3x power 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1, and since it is divided by x minus 1, so x minus 1 is the divisor. So if I substitute the values of dividend and divisor here, so I am doing that only, substituting the value of dividend as 3x power 4 minus of 4x cube minus of 3x minus of 1 is equal to divisor. Divisor is x minus 1. I have done the only what I have done, I have just substituted the values of the dividend and divisor. As the here I have seen the dividend px was this much and the divisor was this, and verification also, when we have done the verification by long division, here also we can see that 3x power 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1 is the dividend and x minus 1 is the divisor. From here the verification was started. Okay, this is the verification part. Remainder theorem is only from this much. Okay, this much is still, this much is the remainder theorem. This is the verification part by long division, and now we are again verifying the remainder theorem by the other method. Here this method also can be applied for finding out the remainder although. So we are substituting the value of dividend as 3x power 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1, and divisor I have substituted as x minus 1. Quotient we don't know, so let's take quotient as q, and remainder also is not known, so we can take the remainder as r. Now we have to find out the value of remainder. So we are having one term, we are having how many terms here? 1 2 3 4. This terms, these many terms are there in the 4 terms are there in the left hand side. In the right hand side we are having x minus 1 into q. This is the one term, and the second term is the remainder. If we want to find out the remainder, so how can we find out remainder? If anyhow we will make this term, that is x minus 1 into quotient equals to 0, then we get 0 plus remainder in the right hand side, and in the right hand side 0 plus remainder, that will be equal to the remainder. So what can be done? We have to substitute that value of x in the divisor polynomial, for which the value of the divisor polynomial become equals to 0. So that value of x at which the value of the divisor polynomial become equals to 0 will give you the remainder. Let's see how. So first of all, this can be we can also say, as I have taken in the question, this dividend polynomial was px and the divisor polynomial was gx, although into q plus r. So in order to make the divisor 0, okay, how can we make the divisor 0? To make gx equals to 0, we will substitute that value of x at which x minus 1 becomes equals to 0. So what value we can substitute? We can find that value of x for which the value of the divisor equals to 0 by equating x minus 1 to 0, or in fact we can say that by finding the 0 of the given divisor polynomial, that is x minus 1. So if we equate x minus 1 equals to 0, then x will be equals to 0 plus 1, that means x will be equals to 1. So if we substitute the value of 1 in place of x, so we will be getting the value of divisor equals to 0. You can check also x minus 1, substituting x equals to 1, that will be 1 minus 1 equals to 0. So we'll do that, and so substituting x equals to 1 both side, in the left hand side as well as in the right hand side. So left hand side, substituting the value of x equals to 1 will become px will become p1, and here the value of gx will become that is x minus 1, that is 1 minus 1, that is 0, into the quotient. We don't know the quotient still, so we will write q plus of r. So p1, that is 1 minus 1 is 0 times of q plus of r. So we get 0 times of quotient is 0 only. So here we get remainder equals to p1. That is what the remainder theorem, statement of remainder theorem is, that if a polynomial px is divided by another polynomial gx which is x minus a, then the remainder is equal to pa. Here in this case, since a is 1, so the remainder is equal to p1. So this is also, by this also you can verify the remainder. Suppose if for this if we substitute the value of 1 in the given polynomial, that is if we are calculating the remainder, so we can calculate the remainder by substituting the value of the x, variable x, as 1. So p1, so p1 will be what? Remainder will be equal to p1, that is equal to 3 times of 1 power 4 minus of 4 times of 1 power 3 minus of 3 times of 1 minus of 1. So 1 power 4 is 1, 1 times of 3 is 3, minus 1 cube is 1, 1 into 4 is 4, minus of 3 minus 1. Again that is 3 minus of 8, that is equal to minus 5. So by all the three methods we are getting the remainder equals to minus 5 only. So if the remainder is 0, then the dividend, and one more thing, now this remainder theorem is over. Now we will come to the next part, that is the factor theorem. Okay. Now the factor theorem. Factor theorem is just the extension of remainder theorem only. If you have understood remainder theorem, then the factor theorem is very easy. You won't have any confusion, any doubt in factor theorem also. Factor theorem states that if polynomial px is of degree equal to or greater than 1 is divided by x minus a. Same we have taken in the remainder theorem also. We are having the polynomial px. Here also we are having polynomial px. The degree of polynomial is either 1 or greater than 1, and a is any real number. The polynomial px is divided by x minus a. So if the polynomial px is divided by x minus a and the value of pa is equals to 0, that means the value of the polynomial px at x equals to a, that is pa, is equal to 0, then we say that x minus a is the factor of the given polynomial. Similarly, converse of the statement is also true. That is, if the polynomial px is divided by x minus a and it is given that x minus a is the factor of the polynomial px, then pa is equal to 0. So let us understand this entire thing with the help of example. That would be more, you will understand it better. Let's take an example. Like, I've taken a polynomial px as x cube plus of 3x square plus 5x plus 6. So the first condition need to be satisfied is the degree of the polynomial should be greater than or equal to 1. So it is satisfied. The degree of polynomial is 3, which is greater than 1. Now it is divided by x minus a. So we are having gx, that is equal to x plus of 2. So it is divided by x minus a. Now if it is divided by x minus a and the value of the divisor polynomial is x plus 2, we can calculate the value of a. So how we can calculate? Simply we will write, we will find the 0 of this divisor polynomial, that is x plus 2 becomes equals to 0, then x will be equals to minus 2. We got the value of 0 of the polynomial x plus 2, that is minus 2. Now, as according to the factor theorem, if polynomial px of degree greater than equal to 1 is divided by x minus a, that is x plus 2, the value of a is minus 2 here, which is a real number, that means all the things are satisfied. So if px is divided by gx and the value of pa is equal to 0, if the value of pa is equal to 0, then x minus a is the factor of the polynomial px, and if the value of pa is not equal to 0, then the given polynomial x plus 2 is not the factor of px. So here what we can say about x plus 2, whether it is the factor of px or not, so that we can find out by calculating the value of pa. So let us find out the value of pa here. So the value of pa will be p minus 2, that will be cube of minus 2 plus 3 times of minus 2 square plus 5 times of minus 2 plus of 6. So cube of minus 2 will be minus of 8, because minus cube will be minus only and 2 cube is 8. Minus 2 square will be plus 4 times of 3 will be plus 12. This will be plus into minus is minus, 5 2s are 10, plus of 6. So plus of 12 plus 6 is 18, and minus 8 minus 10 is also 18. So we are getting the value as 0. So since according to the factor theorem, if polynomial px is divided by polynomial gx, that is x plus x minus a, if px is divided by x minus a and the value of p a, that is p minus 2, is equal to 0, then what can be said about the factor? What can be said about x plus 2? We can say that x plus 2 is the factor of the polynomial x cube plus of 3x square plus of 5x plus of 6. Understood? Like we have already discussed in when we have discussed about the factors and multiples, that for example if you are dividing 12 by 6, so we are getting the remainder equals to 0. So if the remainder is coming equals to 0, then we say that the dividend 12 is the multiple of the factor 6, or 6 divisor 6, or the divisor 6 is the factor of the dividend 12. Understood? Same thing is there applied here also in the polynomials also. So x plus 2 is the factor of this. Second type of question can come in this way, that it is given to you that the polynomial px is x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6, and it is given that x plus 2 is the factor of the given polynomial. Then find out the value of pa. So obviously if px is given and x plus 2 is the factor, then the value of pa will also be equal to 0. I suppose the concept is clear now. So this is all about the factor theorem. That is, if a polynomial px which is having a degree greater than 1, here the degree is 3, is divided by x minus a, the value of a should be a real number. Yes, it is a real number, that is minus 2. Then the value of pa, that is p minus 2, is 0. Then we say that the given divisor polynomial x plus 2 is the factor of the dividend polynomial.